that level.
Oh yeah. Wait, I don't have music queued up. Let's get some music going in here so we can get this party started correctly. That should start. There we go. Welcome everybody. How you doing on this wonderful, what is today? Tuesday? Taco Tuesday? So technically today, I did have a taco-ish Tuesday. We had tacos for Lil Batman's birthday on Sunday, and I had made nachos. I had a lot of cheese left over and some taco seasoning and stuff, so I said, let me make him some nachos today. I didn't have any. I took a bite, of course, make sure it wasn't poisoned or anything. I gotta check the food, make sure it's good, but other than that, I had my usual salad. I've been typically having salad for dinner. A nice salad, not some like rabbit food salad, but still much healthier than the dinners I've been having for a while now. So I've been doing better, guys. I've been trying to do better with my health, trying to get some weight down and stuff, but I'm excited. I almost didn't stream tonight, but I was like, I told them Monday or Tuesday I'm gonna do the Play Level podcast, so I have to do the Play Level podcast. And for those who don't know, welcome to the Dad Level. Welcome to Pablo Man 44's live Twitch stream. We are one and the same. I thought about changing my Twitch stream to the Dad Level as well, so that it's the same across. But, I was like, what? The Twitch stream, I want it to be sort of separate, like its own entity from the YouTube channel. So, but nonetheless, we got the merch. I love this shirt. This is now my favorite shirt. With my Flying Pablo logo. I will have the merch link up, soon. I'm gonna put it so that you can get this merch. This is exclusive merch for the Twitch stream. I have Dad Level merch with the Level 3 Gaming merch for the Level 3 Gaming YouTube channel with my kids. But this is exclusive. So, I'm working on it. I'm working on things here. No, this is the Play Level podcast. Let me do my introduction. Welcome to the Play Level podcast. Here we talk about the latest gaming news, including breaking stories, rumors, new releases, reviews, and all things PlayStation and gaming and tech and all that stuff. I like to dabble in some sports, so I'm gonna throw that in there. Now, while our focus is on PlayStation, we will discuss other things that are newsworthy, such as tech and accessories, etc. Like I said. Also, because I love sports, we will discuss a little of that. So, I try to keep a broad spectrum. A lot of things go on, and I think sports and video games, they are one and the same. As far as the people who play video games usually watch sports, some sort of sports, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, football, something like that. So, I try to, incorporate it all together because I know I'm a big sports guy, Chicago Bulls fan. So Chicago Bulls are going to do well this year, guys. Playoffs, let's go. But anyway, yeah, so that's basically what the Play Level podcast is all about. I do have some stuff to talk about today. I did try to get some internet links put up and some other things already locked and loaded. I'm trying to get a little more organized before I start, but like I said, I wasn't gonna stream tonight. I kind of last minute said, you know what? I promised Mondays or Tuesdays I will do the podcast, so let me do the podcast. Like, come on, Pablo, like get it together, man. But anyway, I'm excited. It was kind of a slow week in gaming news and stuff like that, but there's still some stories to talk about. So let's get into level 2. I also have this whole thing that I planned for, for the podcast to go to the different segments of the show, like a transition to the different segments that I have in my head that I just have to try to put together. So it's going to grow. It's going to evolve. So hopefully you guys stick around and you bring your friends and we come talk gaming. I want you guys to come and let's talk some gaming. I want to have some guests on the show. I love the chatter in the comment section. So I want you guys to come and chat in the comment section and talk to me about the stuff that I'm talking about. And maybe if you have any other things you want to talk about, we could bring that up. It's a podcast, so fire away and let's discuss. I'm gonna have some discussions. I want to hear what you guys think, about some of these topics, because there's some hot topics out there, that I'm gonna be talking about. And I would love to, get some feedback from other gamers, see if there's anyone who loves PlayStation like how I love PlayStation, so anyway, here we go. Now we're at level 2 where we check in with the host and any guests, if there's any guests on the show, just to see how you're feeling, see how you're doing today. Me, how am I doing today? I'm doing well. I'm kind of stuffed. The salad was filling. A lot of carrots and broccoli, and I had a pickle. Well, a quarter of a pickle. Because I get the pickles in a jar. The Clausen, those are my favorite because I don't know, they're just the best to me. Olives. I had dried onions and the jalapenos on there, some shrimp, and like a spicy ranch dressing. I didn't, soak it in it. I just put enough that you can taste it. Because I know I see those health things, saying, oh, you just need just a little bit of dressing and whatever, and you put on, you don't even taste it. I'm like, you know what? I never want to do a diet that is too far away from, what I normally eat, to the point where when I'm done losing the weight and I feel good, then I'm going to relapse because now I need flavor, so I make sure that I give that healthy balance. And I think going from eating, fried foods and potatoes and, rice and stuff to eating, straight vegetables with a little bit of shrimp, a little salad dressing is not going to kill me. It's not going to, keep me, it's not going to prevent me from reaching my goals. So, but I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Been playing some games. That's the next segment of the show is what have you been playing? This is where we talk about what games we played over the last week. And what I've played over this last week, I've gotten back into The Last of Us Part 2. I know what you're thinking immediately when I say that. I know a lot of you think it, and you're like, what, you're replaying The Last of Us Part 2? Unfortunately, guys, I am actually trying to finish it. I didn't finish The Last of Us Part 2 before. I was playing it. I was totally into it, having fun. I was actually live streaming it here. And things, other games came out, life got in the way. And I got sidetracked. And I never went back to it. Not because I didn't want to, but because, it's those things where you do a whole bunch of stuff. Nobody's playing Candy Crush. That's not a game. It's not a video game. That's a time waster. Not the same. Anyway, you were playing Candy Crush. I'm pretty sure you were playing Candy Crush. You're not even lying. Game over. But yeah, so you know how it is, man. You got a whole backlog of games. You're trying to play a little bit of this one, play a little bit of that one. Something new comes out. You want to try the new thing. You start getting into that, and then you're like, oh, I want to, try to get back into something I was playing. And then your friends want to play a game that's not on that list, and you're like, okay, let's play with them. And then, I got kids, and I want to play Minecraft, and then this and that, and it's everything just got me away from playing all these games and finishing games that I wanted to finish. And then getting the PS5, I have not been playing Pet Rescue. All right, this is the Play Level Podcast, where we talk a lot of PlayStation stuff, and I have been playing with my DualSense, The Last of Us Part 2. And oh my goodness, the graphics on the PS5, what the PS5 does to games is, mwah, I tell you, I like super pleased and super excited. It's such a fun game to play. And I'm getting back into the story. I'm kind of glad I didn't stream it because there's a couple of there's this one particular part with Abby that you know, I'm sure if you guys have played the game, that would not be safe to stream. That would be NSFS. Not safe for streaming. So, but fun game, man. Like the gameplay, I always love it. I always love Naughty Dog stuff, man. I can't wait for the next project, whatever it is. And we may be talking about some possible Naughty Dog stuff coming up. So let's look out for that. And that'll leave it. That's a perfect segue into level 4. Where we talk about the news, releases and rumors and stuff. So, number one on my list today, I had to make myself notes. I texted to myself, which I like doing. That's how I remind myself. I send myself texts. So it comes up double. It comes up as the sender and the receiver. It's weird. It does take up a lot of space. But then I had to email it to myself so I can have it on the screen here. So I didn't have to use my phone because I hate sitting there on the phone. You know, I got all these screens for a reason. Like I want to use them. But number one on my list is there's a PS5 exclusive from Software that is a Souls-like game that's in development, but it's not a Dark Souls game or Bloodborne. I think that was hold on. Let me pull it up. I think I have the new. Do I have it here? I don't have it up. Let's get the news story up. This one caught my attention because I enjoy those kinds of games. Actually, I watched my good friend Ali the Sniper. He's a live streamer and he has a YouTube channel. Make sure you check him out. Ali the Sniper. He actually plays a lot of those games, and I play Demon Souls because I got the PS5, and that game is super hard, but it's super enjoyable and beautiful to play. Like the graphics are incredible. So this one caught my eye because that means it's a brand new IP. Okay, so here it says From Software. Let's hold on. Let's get you. I want you to be a part of this. Let's be a part of this. It says From Software is developing new PS5 exclusive Souls-like IP, will not be Bloodborne or Demon Souls. Rumors began circulating last week that From Software is developing a brand new IP exclusively for PlayStation 5. If the latest rumor is to be believed, it will be another Souls-like title. However, as reported by the Game Post, renowned leaker Nick Baker speculated the game will not be related to Bloodborne or Demon Souls. The potential existence of a new PS5 exclusive title from Software was revealed last week during Dealer Gaming's Real Deal Xbox podcast. Talking about PlayStation on the Xbox podcast. That is a total win for PlayStation. Suck it, Xbox. Anyway, this rumor was later corroborated by Baker, who went into further detail on his own Xbox era podcast. Again, suck it, Xbox. Talking about PlayStation on your podcast. Eat it. He stated, it's believed I think the PS5 exclusive is more Souls-like than it is Elden Ring Sekiro. Bearing in mind the Dark Souls franchise has managed to shift 27 million units between the multiple games, this decision is not much of a surprise, though it's unclear what exact factors make this announcement title closer to one or the other. So, what I gathered from that beautiful bit of information. Oh, you guys didn't get to read all that, sorry. What I gathered from that bit of information is that there's a brand new PlayStation game that's going to be like a Souls-like game, but it's a new IP. New IP is always intriguing and it brings up a lot of like, yes, another new game, something brand new, a new experience. There's a lot of nerves when it comes to new games because you never know if a new game is gonna, touch you the way. And let me retract that. I don't want to talk about touching. That's what she said. You never know if it's gonna, hit you the way that, your beloved franchises have hit. Like when a company makes a new game, it's like, hopefully this one is as successful or more successful than its previous games. So, but that also brings more intrigue because then you're like interested more to see what this game is all about that they're talking about coming out with. So I look at it as a positive because then you get another PlayStation exclusive that we're talking about here, and we get a brand new game from a company that has a great track record. They're, you look at all the Dark Souls games, they're awesome. Bloodborne, awesome. Everyone wishes we were getting a Bloodborne 2, but they said it's not going to happen. They're working on something brand new. It's sad, but it's a reality. It's okay. Same guys, making a new game could be better. They could take everything they learned from Bloodborne, everything they learned from the Dark Souls and all the Souls games, and making a new game, and it could be so much better. This could be your new favorite. So look out for it. Be excited about it. I'm excited about it. Hey, anything PlayStation talks about doing next and stuff, I'm all for it because I've been following PlayStation since back in the day. I love the console, of the exclusive games. I love everything about it, the controller, the logo, the look of the consoles. I collect them. I have most of them. I'm missing the fat PS2. I talk about this every time. So if anyone out there wants to sell their old OG PS2, the big one, the original one, for a nice small price, as long as it still works and it's clean and it's not funky and got like, gunk all in it, because I'm not into doing all that extra cleaning stuff. I'll clean it, but don't make me have to bust it open and like get a vacuum and suck out all your old, skin particles and cat hairs. I don't want to do all that. This just went, it just went, everything just went downhill. Oops. No, we're not playing PlayStation right now. I'm pressing buttons. I'm sorry. Anyway, so yeah. So if you have one, holla at your boy. I'm still trying to buy one. I found some on eBay, but man, people I'm not trying to spend all that money, guys. Like, don't try to kill me with the price. I know it's a classic, I know, but I have all the other ones. I have the skinny one. I just want it for the nostalgia and for the collection. I may need a new PSP Go because I used to love that thing, man. And I killed mine. Mine is dead. It's never going to work again. I made sure of that. Not because I hated it, but because I used it so much, like I killed it. So I probably need a new one of those. Those are fun to have too. But my Vita is alive and well. And I had started playing, as I said last week, but just a few days ago, that I've been playing Metal Gear Solid, because the whole, hype about the Blue Box Game Studios, possibly being a Silent Hill or a Metal Gear game or both, got me, I fired up my Vita and I've been playing Peace Walker. So game is awesome. I love it. But I also wanted to get back, sitting here at my, my command center and play some PlayStation 5. And I was like, you know what? The Last of Us Part 2 is not done. I have not finished that, so that's what I've been playing. But back to the news and the rumors. Speaking of Blue Box Studios, I love the segues. Let's keep doing the segues. I love the little sound effects. I'm into the retro sound effects. I just love them. Like. That stuff is just so fun to me. But yeah, speaking of Blue Box Studios, let's read this story. Because it's always fun to see more Blue Box Studios news, because man, I'm heavy into this conspiracy theory that they are a fake studio and that they're working on Metal Gear and or Silent Hill, and Kojima's involved somehow. I'm into it, man. Like, there's so much there's just so much evidence pointing towards that, and they keep, denying it. But nobody wants to believe you guys denying it. We don't believe you. You're not believable because you throw fuel into the fire and you do things and you say things that contradict what you say to us. So anyway, let's read this story. I keep doing that. Let me close that. We don't need the we don't need the dad level thing playing behind. But let me make sure. All right, I turned it off on both. Yes. I just noticed that. I forget that I have to turn it off once it does its thing. And I don't need it on this page. Why? I told you it's gonna evolve. It's gonna get better. I'm gonna get things. But this is fun. I love doing a podcast because I love talking. I love talking about games. I love talking about PlayStation, and I want to share the information that I get with you guys. Maybe some of you out there who watch this don't have this information. You don't have access to it. You don't know about some of this stuff. So, I'm trying to help you guys stay in the know as well. Now, it says the abandoned creator is depressed that people are calling Blue Box scammers. Says first trailer is really soon. Yeah, we're waiting on that, buddy. When the PS5 exclusive abandoned real-time experience app finally got its patch last week, curiosity turned to disappointment as people realized the video was the same 5-second teaser that developer Blue Box Game Studios had already posted on Twitter 3 days earlier. Amid the reveal, creator Hassan Karaman says he's really depressed right now, largely owning to people calling Blue Box Studio Blue Box scammers. NME spoke to Karaman to set the record straight. Despite initially calling Abandon a cinematic first-person horror survival shooter in its announcement, Karaman is now leaning away from that, defining it as horror, perhaps in an effort to distance it from the conspiracies. Abandon is a shooter/survival game. He said, it has some horror elements in it, but it's not really a horror game. It's not what people think that it's Silent Hill. Now, this could, I don't know if this is a direct quote, and you could take this, however you want to take it, but we're going to pull it in the direction we want to pull it in because the wording here is a little different for me. I don't know, some people's English is different. They don't speak it as their first language. So when they talk, I could be misinterpreting it, but it has some horror elements in it, but it's not really a horror game. It's not what people think that it's Silent Hill. I don't know if there was words in between. Feels like the dash means there was a pause. And when there's a pause, and then he says that it's Silent Hill. It's not what people think that it's Silent Hill. That's what I want to hear. That is Silent Hill. But of course they're going to deny it because they haven't revealed it. So as much as people want to say, oh, well, there you go. He said it's not Silent Hill, and he's depressed and stuff. They're supposed to do this song and dance with us. Guys, listen, no one from PlayStation has come out and said, oh, no, they're a legit studio. They're working on this indie game. The indie portion of PlayStation, Mr. Shuhei Yoshida has not come out and said anything about this game. He actually tweeted he has no idea what they're doing. If he has no idea and they're under PlayStation umbrella, that means they're not indie. That means he's part of this ruse. That means this is something else, and I can't wait to find out what it is. Now, if they're doing all this, like we all keep saying, if they're out here and they're peddling that this is a Silent Hill, not a Silent Hill game, and we're gonna find out that it's not a Silent Hill game or whatever, and it's some brand new game that they're working on, their indie studio, and this is their game and whatever. And the way that they're going about this, people are gonna kind of like rip them apart for it. They're gonna turn this golden opportunity, if there are working on one of these big time games. But if they're not, it's gonna turn. It's beautiful if they are working on Silent Hill and or Metal Gear, because at the end of this, people are gonna be like, yeah. But if they're not, if they're just an indie studio and they are working on an indie game, and they allowed all this speculation to develop the way it has, they could have killed this like dead a long time ago. They could have gotten, other people to kill this dead. Like they could have gotten PlayStation to comment. They could have got, Konami to comment. They could have got Hideo Kojima to comment. Excuse me. They could have got everyone who is speculated to be a part of this to comment and dispel the rumor, but none of them have. They only have added fuel to the fire by their silence or their cryptic tweets and messages and stuff that they've said. Okay, so we read further. Let's go down further. It says, NME claims that Karaman gave them an exclusive rundown of Abandon, including plot details, how it plays, just about everything we could ever want to know in order to debunk the conspiracies and rumors. One thing we can say is that Abandon is absolutely not what you think it is, not even close, NME said. They say that the core conceit of the game Karaman describes to them is survival, and that it doesn't have nearly as many horror elements as a game like Silent Hill or Alan Wake. The unique nature of Abandon reportedly comes in how gameplay is affected by various different things. Sprinting or taking damage may affect your aim. Fear can also impact what the character does. Karaman says that it's all achieved by high-end motion capture. He continued, we do motion capture ourselves and we create systems for the game based on animation data. He goes on to say that it makes exploration, receiving damage, survival, and you just play the game in a whole different way. However, Karaman also tells NME that this mechanic isn't ready for the public to see yet. I think this mechanic is something really awesome. What we have so far, it's not ready for the public to see, but once it's polished, we'll definitely show some footage. That's why I'm so hyped about Abandon, because it's new. That's part of the reason the Abandoned Real-Time Experience app still doesn't have a real trailer instead of relying on 5 seconds of teaser footage for its launch. Karaman admits that the app has been a disaster. People are really disappointed, he acknowledges. Karaman claims that he had to cut some footage from the opening teaser, which is why it resulted in the teaser being the same video that got posted to Twitter. Quoting, basically, we had to cut out some footage from the opening teaser, and I knew that it wasn't a good idea to use the same footage that we had on Twitter to put there, because it's literally just 4 seconds of footage and it doesn't give much. But we needed to do this because people wanted to have a patch, right? That was our first priority. Just get the patch out there because we will be adding more content later. Man, these guys talk fishy, man. No, you don't just put out something because people want it and blame it. They're blaming us. Oh, you wanted it, right? So we gave it to you and you're complaining. I mean, you had to make sure you had it so you guys can stop complaining. And they're telling this guy, oh, this is how the game plays. Oh, and they got him convinced it's nothing like what we think it is. Dude, he could be, pulling your chink in your chain, he could be lying to you, saying that this is how the game is, and or that could be how the game plays now. It's a brand new, it could be a brand new fresh take on it. Who knows? We don't know. We can't believe anything that they say. I'm trying to read that. Oh, yeah, let's read this part. This part is beautiful. This part is the part that really gets me. In the multiple delays leading up to the patch that set the short teaser live, Investigations appeared to dig up what seemed to be multiple previous failed or abandoned projects from Blue Box. The studio sent out a tweet during this time insisting that it was 100% real. Those tweets regarding the issues that Blue Box faced with the app have since been deleted. Most of their tweets leading up to that have been deleted. They deleted all that stuff that they were talking about. Nonetheless, people have been using Blue Box's history and the issues with the app to question the legitimacy of the studio and abandon, wondering if the game will share the same fate as the developers' past projects. Now, I'm not going to get into all the extra stuff because I don't want to get lost, because I do want to talk about this. Its past projects never came, to fruition. And when he said to MBG that they're a slaughter studio, that led me to believe, and led everyone to believe, that they're just a studio to come out and be a part of a ruse and help to market a game without announcing the game, without giving any detail about the game. It's to build up the hype and anticipation for the game and to fool people, which then totally catches people off guard and surprises people, and they're like, oh wow, I didn't expect this, and then there's even more excitement for it. I thought they was this, but now they're this. Since they've had all these issues, they always had these issues, and I've read tweets about them talking about their other stuff and stuff that they put out with their other games that never came out or whatever. They were similarly worded, and how they're having the technical difficulties or whatever. So it definitely feels like they're putting up this front and they're keeping this front, and there's a big announcement because there isn't a PlayStation event yet. There's possible one to be scheduled, and we're trying to figure out when that's going to be. We don't know. They haven't said anything about it, but I'm thinking it's in September because I know that Call of Duty Vanguard is going to be shown off, I think. There's already, a trailer for it, but I think it's going to be shown off in Warzone on the 19th, in a couple of days. I think it's the 19th. So I don't think there's going to be a PlayStation event, this month, but I think next month there will be a PlayStation event, and it could be one. They could announce that there's going to be a PlayStation event next week. I would love it, and I would love to be here to share it with you. I don't know if I'm going to be because of my work schedule, because they usually do them on Thursdays, which sucks for me because they have me working closing shifts on Thursdays, and the event's usually at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and that means I'm at work when it's happening. But I will definitely get to you the following Monday or Tuesday for the podcast and talk to you about whatever they reveal, whatever they talk about, and we'll keep you up to speed. But yeah, I'm super hyped about this ongoing saga with Blue Box Studios abandoned and stuff, and they keep calling it abandoned, and we know that they said that the game is not really called Abandoned. That's not the game's actual name, and they asked us to guess the name of the game, and they said it starts with an S and it ends with an L. That's Silent Hill. Come on, people. And they apologized for that, saying they didn't mean to. Yeah, of course they didn't mean to do that. They meant to do it. Stop lying. It's too fishy, man. You're suspect, man. You're mad sus. So until you give us some solid, proof that you're not abandoned, that you're not Kojima or Konami or PlayStation working on a Silent Hill or a Metal Gear game, I'm not gonna believe anything you say. You can tell me you're definitely not working on it, I won't believe you, and I shouldn't believe you because you're a liar. Anyway, moving on. Let's move forward. Let's go. Now we're talking about a possibility of a Twisted Metal game coming in 2 years. 2023. Takes time to develop games. I know that sounds far, but it's a possibility. Nothing solid, but I was reading. I don't remember where I was reading. I was browsing through the internet and it just came up, and I was kind of excited I never, well, I can't say never. I have played a Twisted Metal game, the original one, but it wasn't my console. Kind of was, we didn't have, we didn't have a PlayStation then. At least not that I had access to, and that's sad. That makes me sad. That's real sad. But I believe I played it, at a friend's house or something like that. Had to. I remember playing the original one. But here we go. Let's get this story up. Amid Twisted Metal revival rumors, creator David Jaffe, I don't know how to pronounce his name, says he'll be hurt if Sony doesn't reach out to him. Rumors have been swirling that Sony is planning to revive its Twisted Metal series. Reliable leaker Tom Henderson lent some credence. I think, look, some words I don't see every day, so don't come at me for mispronouncing words. But I think credence is the word to the rumors by tweeting artwork from the game with the caption 2023. Reacting to the rumors, series creator and director David Jaffe expressed his doubts about the revival, noting that he would have at least heard something about it if the rumor was true. As reported by Video Games Chronicle, Jaffe made his comments in a paywalled video on his YouTube channel. According to him, since Sony reached out to him for the Twisted Metal television adaptation, it wouldn't make sense for the company to start a game project without his input. Jaffe, whatever it is, adding that if the rumor turns out to be true, he'll be very, very hurt that Sony didn't contact him. I don't think I'm Sony's favorite person right now, just because of the stream and everything he said. If it's true, I would be very, very hurt that PlayStation didn't ask for my input at best, or at worst, at least let me know it was happening. These are the guys who reached out to me and hooked me up with the guys making the TV show. I don't imagine they would cut me out of it, at least at a pure PR level, so they could say I was involved. He also said that he happens to hear a lot of behind the scenes stuff that he isn't supposed to know, and he hasn't heard a peep about a new Twisted Metal game. Now, they didn't contact him for, what's the other game that he had something to do with? They revived. I forgot the other game. Oh, God of War. They didn't come for him for God of War 2018, so it's possible that they're working on a Twisted Metal game without him. But I think they reached out to him and got his input. But he didn't have anything to do with the game, but I think they did reach out to him about it. Got some input from him or whatever. But he wasn't, involved in the project or something like that. I think I heard something like that. But with the timetable of a possible 2023 release, they could be doing the TV show and planning, if this show is successful, that maybe, hey, this is what we want to do. We want to revive the series. And they will come to him, with that. Maybe they just haven't done it yet. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. This is something to look out for. This is another story we're going to follow closely, because having another Twisted Metal game would be kind of awesome. Especially with, all this new technology we got with the PlayStation 5. It being a PlayStation 5 game with the graphics, I think the ray tracing and the no loading times, and it'll just be, I think it'll be awesome. And I think it'll be beautiful. So let's look out for that. So that's a good story to follow. Let's keep a close eye on that, and let's do that. Next story. This year we will be getting Spider-Man DLC for Avengers, exclusively for PlayStation, of course. As we have known since the dawn of Avengers time, you know, the video game Avengers, that PlayStation will be getting Spider-Man DLC exclusively, you know, because of their deal with Spider-Man and Sony and stuff. You know, you get it. Sony Pictures, you know, owns the Spider-Man thing. They licensed it, you know, gave the ability for Disney to put out, you know, Spider-Man in the MCU, but they still hold that license. They still hold that ownership. And, you know, so PlayStation got exclusive rights to make the games and have Spider-Man in games and stuff. So Xbox can't do it. So once again, suck it, Xbox. Go PlayStation. So there's going to be Spider-Man DLC for Avengers, and it says it's coming this year. So hopefully we get that. War for Wakanda, which looks awesome. There's some IGN and Kind of Funny Games. One of my favorite guys in gaming, Greg Miller, Game Over Greggy, the Greg Miller, the one and only Greg Miller, has actually I'm getting up this release information. It came out today. Oh, I have to fire up Avengers. I thought it was coming out the 19th, but you know, that 19th number keeps coming in my head. Everything isn't on the 19th, Pablo. Come on. But War for Wakanda expansion came out today, and it's a free update. So I'm gonna definitely get back into Avengers for that. Now that'll be on my what have I played this past week for next week, most likely, because I'm gonna be playing some, you know, I'm still gonna be playing The Last of Us Part 2, but I'm gonna get into some Avengers to play that War for Wakanda, because Black Panther has crept up to be my second favorite Marvel character. I almost chose him over Wolverine, not because he's black, but you know, that helps because I am black and I could relate more, and you know, it's a positive superhero for my race and ethnicity. But I'm not into all that, you know, racial stuff. So I'm not saying that, you know, he can't be my favorite, but he's not gonna be my favorite because he's black. He's awesome. His powers are awesome. You know, everything he represents is awesome. But I've been such a fan of Wolverine for so long, I can't switch, man. Like I just can't switch. So he is definitely my second favorite. It's like in the NBA, my favorite team has always been the Chicago Bulls. Like, I'm a Bulls fan, diehard. So if there was ever a close second, I would say it's the Golden State Warriors, even though they haven't been too good. But that doesn't mean anything to me. The player who I'm most excited to watch play is Steph Curry, and a close third would be Atlanta Hawks, you know, with Trae Young, because I think Trae Young is awesome. Like, and he's definitely underrated as far as, you know, he should have won Rookie of the Year, not Luka Doncic. You know, I think he's a much better player for a team. I would rather have him on my team than Luka. But yeah, you can like another player, another team, but your favorite is your favorite. The team that you root for is the team you root for. I'm Wolverine all day, you know, but you know, Black Panther is a number 2. He's a close 2. So I'm excited about that. I'm real happy to see that. Actually looks, you know, kind of awesome. Should we bring up a video? Let's see. Oh, let's go to Marvels. All right, here we go. Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, you see that. Is it gonna have a ad? If it has an ad, we're gonna pause it. Okay. Here we go. Let me scroll down so you guys. Is it gonna be choppy?
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall, I must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
Now that doesn't look good. Let's bring it back. There we go. Oh, I don't, nope, not for the music. I'm sorry, I can't do it because of the music. But anyway, the update is now available on all platforms. On Xbox, the update is showing around 30 gigabytes. And if it doesn't show up automatically, check for updates manually on the console. Now, they noted that it's 30 I said megabytes or gigabytes. Sorry, gigabytes on Xbox. It's possibly smaller on the PlayStation because of the compression technology that the PlayStation has. So I'm excited to see what that looks like, because it probably is smaller, and that's awesome. I love that, because then it saves the space, and that means their smaller hard drive actually holds more stuff because of that technology, as long as it's being utilized by the publisher, the developer. I'm getting tongue-tied today. So that's super exciting. I can't wait. That it looks awesome, and I'm gonna have fun playing that. I know that, because that Avengers game is nice, and on the PlayStation 5, man, it looks so beautiful. It is so different. Like, I was watching the kids play it on their PlayStation upstairs. I was walking by, I was like, oh my god, what is that? Oh wait. It looks so much better on the PlayStation 5. So yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting news. Oh, also, there's rumblings. I don't have any stories on it. I forgot what I was watching. It's possible that that Sly Cooper could be making a return. You know, not just Twisted Metal, a beloved PlayStation franchise, but now Sly Cooper could be making a return. And if it's anything that, you know, if it looks anything like how Ratchet and Clank looks, it'll bring the intrigue that Ratchet and Clank did, and it'll definitely be successful. I know it's going to be fun, because I played Sly Cooper games and they're fun. So that'll be awesome, man. I hope that this is a real rumor, that it comes, you know, to be, and that there's actually a PlayStation 5 Sly Cooper. I was about to say Silent Hill again. Guys, you know I want Silent Hill. You all know I want Silent Hill. So that'll be awesome, man. That means PlayStation has been quiet for a reason, that they got something big, a bunch of big stuff to drop on us, and I can't wait. I'm still looking forward to more information on PSVR 2. Speaking of PSVR, I gotta get back into I got so much on my list, guys. Okay, so on my list, let's try to remember this. I want you guys to hold this to me. So remind me and ask me if I've done any of this stuff. So I definitely got to continue playing The Last of Us Part 2 until I finish it. In the midst of me playing other stuff, I have to do that. You know, soon. I have to get through it soon. I have to be able to say within the next couple of weeks, game over, game finished, done. We did it. Hurrah. Victory lap. And also, I have to do the Avengers War for Wakanda expansion. I have to play that. So remind me of that. Also, don't let me forget to do that. I want to do that. So, you know, keep me honest, man. Like, make sure I do this. And also, I have to get back into PSVR. Sorry, I was just looking at something. I have to get back into PSVR and play Resident Evil 7. I have not finished Resident Evil 7 either. Don't come at me. I know we got The Village is out. I haven't bought it because I haven't finished 7, and I don't want to go. Don't kill me. I was live on stream and I played Resident Evil 2 and I finished it, and played Resident Evil 3 and I finished it. That was during the pandemic last year. I had COVID. I was locked in the house. You know, I stayed in there. I felt better. So then I sat and I played those games and I finished them. I went through them. I know. And I haven't finished Resident Evil 7. Don't get me, man. I'm sorry. I'm gonna finish it because I only wanted to play it in VR. So that's why I haven't finished it, because I didn't have my VR set up, and I've had it set up for a while here now. But when I was back in New York, you know, I didn't have it set up to play it readily. So I was lazy, you know. That's my fault. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I want to finish it. So keep me honest about that. I'm pretty far into the game, I think. So hopefully that doesn't take up too much time. Those games are difficult and it's super scary playing it in VR. It's a different experience. If you haven't experienced it and you have PSVR or you have a friend that has a PSVR, you know, make sure you get your hands on it and play some Resident Evil 7 in VR. Just don't be alone. Make sure you have the lights out and then turn them all on when you're done and watch something funny afterwards so you don't, you know, have nightmares. Because it's definitely one of those kinds of games. It's awesome, man. I love it. But yeah, so that's about it for that. That's what the news and rumors and stuff. What's the tablet tell me? Another Samsung tablet. I have a Samsung tablet for my Stream Deck. I have a Samsung tablet, you know, for my notes and stuff, and it's got the pen and all that. So, you know, I'm big on Sony and Samsung stuff. My phone, Samsung. You know, I got a Sony TV upstairs. Got my Sony PlayStations. You know, those are the S companies are my favorites. But yeah, so now we're at level 5. Level 5 is shout outs and closing statements. Shout out to Milan the Queen. Thank you for stopping by. Shout out to my nephew. I believe that was my nephew who joined us earlier. EJ stayed with the heat. Shout out to you. Hopefully, you know, we can play some games together at some point soon. You always catch me at the wrong times, either when I've walked away from my console because I played for a while, I was playing with friends, or like I walked away to go deal with the kids or something, go use the bathroom or go and watch, you know, do something else. Something always, you know, I walk away and I don't see your notification. So when I come back, I don't check for notifications because, you know, people don't usually like hit me up to play games. You know, like that. I know my friends, they have different, you know, we play at certain times, so they don't have to hit me up for that. So I know when they're on. So I'm not looking out for it. And I like playing, you know, single player games, you know, stories. So I'm not checking for, you know, see who's online to play with and all that. So I apologize. I'm sorry, nephew. All right, no love lost, man. I do want to you know, play some stuff with you. So, you know, hopefully we can get that going soon. And maybe you can join me here on my podcast to get a young, you know, a young opinion, a young point of view of, you know, video games and what you like to play. And, you know, are you a gamer? Are you excited about gaming? You know, I always, because when I was a kid, man, we were deep into video games. I mean, you loved it. You know, we talked about it all the time. You know, besides sports, of course. And that's why my podcast is the way it is, because I want to talk about sports too. But not much sports news to talk about. Well, at least for my Bulls, the summer league is over. They're not going into the championships, so, but it's fine. It's the summer league. I did get to see, you know, some players, and it's got me excited for preseason and the regular season coming up. I think it starts next month. No, October. I think it's October. Starts in October. So they got some time to work on their stuff, you know, to get together, get acclimated with the full-time team. Oh, I do want to say, man, I'm rooting for LiAngelo Ball for Jello. I want Jello and Melo to play together. Over there in Charlotte. So Charlotte, please pick up Jello. If Charlotte doesn't pick up Jello, somebody sign this guy. Do not get him in the G League. I don't want to hear that G League stuff, man. This guy is ready for the league. He played with, you know, the JV team, and he looked like he was out of place because he looked so much more advanced than those guys. So get this guy on the squad, man. So let's start this movement. Hashtag sign Jello. GELO, no, not JELO. I mean, some of y'all too young to get that reference. But yeah, LiAngelo Ball needs to be signed, man. He needs to be in the NBA on a you know, actual NBA team and get him some playing time. It would be nice to see him with his brother, because the chemistry will already be there, and you know that when they're on the court together, that they're gonna do well together, and that will help him to prove, you know, what kind of a player he is, and it'll help him with his development, you know, and getting acclimated into the NBA very quickly and easily. So Charlotte, man, do the right thing. Jordan, Mike, come on, I'm a Bulls fan, man. I'm deep, you know, and I got your pop figure now. So now I got Jordan and Pippen. They're right there. There you go, right next to each other, side by side, Batman and Robin. I know there's probably some behind the scenes stuff that they're not the best of friends, or they weren't the best of friends, or whatever. They have differences. I don't care about all that, man. I just remember watching you guys ball on the court, and you guys brought me 6 championships, and I'm super happy, super grateful. Do me a favor, MJ. Sign Jello. Pick that guy up. Sign him to a contract. Get him on your NBA squad, not your G League squad. And get this guy on the court. He deserves to be there. He is actually really good. And, you know, keep his dad quiet. Thank you. We don't want to hear LeVar. And speaking of the Ball family, shout out to Lonzo. He's a Bull. So looking forward to this season, y'all. But anyway, that's about it for me, man. Like, how long is this podcast? You know, it went pretty long. We did pretty good. Talked about some stuff. I had fun. So I may spend the next 20 minutes, not on stream, but, you know, 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, playing some The Last of Us Part 2. Trying to hold up to my promise and see if I can progress a little bit in the story before I go to bed. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Whether you tuned in live or you tuned in on YouTube, remember, follow me on Instagram. It's at PabloMan44. I am on Twitter at The Dad Level and also at PabloMan44. I am also on TikTok at PabloMan44_Twitch. My YouTube channel is The Dad Level. So if you're not watching it on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. My Twitch is PabloMan44. I'm doing this live on my Twitch. Make sure you follow me here. Subscribe if you like. I do have merch that will be coming up. I don't know if the link is clickable right now. I don't think I made it active, but I'm working on that. I want to put out the merch because I love this shirt and I think you guys would love it too. Look at my flying Pablo Man. I think this shirt is so awesome. Like, I love it. This is definitely my favorite shirt right now, and you know, I'm excited about that. So make sure you follow me all over the place. My TikTok is, you know, goofy, it's funny, it's just like me. It's just an extension of who I am, and you guys, I'm telling you guys, gonna love it. My Instagram is more of like, you know, what goes on, you know, just random stuff in my house. Like, there's a bunch of videos right now consecutive of, you know, my kids where we were in here and we had the music playing and we had the lights going and the lights was going to the music, so we was in here just jamming and rocking out. So make sure you check that out, and check back next week for the play level podcast. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're watching this on or you're gonna watch it on YouTube or you're gonna watch it live on Twitch, Mondays or Tuesdays. Have to figure out which day is gonna work best, but for now we're going to do Monday or Tuesday, so just look out for it. If you put the notification bell on for all notifications on YouTube, you'll get the notification when I post a video. And if you're following me on Twitch here, you'll get a notification that I'm live. Just make sure you put the bell on for that as well. I think there's a bell for that too. And yeah, we'll do this again next week. We'll hopefully have some more exciting PlayStation news, exciting gaming news, exciting tech news, something brand new. I'm gonna dig for more news stories to talk about, you know, throughout the show. So you know, I got a lot more ammunition for next week, and I definitely will be playing these games that I told you I was gonna play. You know, maybe not all of them by next week, but I know I'm gonna do Last of Us and the Avengers. So by the next time you see my Play Level podcast, I'll definitely have, you know, an update as to my progress in these games. I will stream in between, so you will see me here live on Twitch this week sometime. Today is Tuesday. It's going to be Wednesday. I'm thinking maybe Thursday night. Since I don't work Friday, I think Thursday night I will be streaming here live on Twitch. Maybe I'll be playing one of those games that I talked about. I should, because I gotta finish them. I need to finish them because I want to feel that sense of accomplishment and then go on to, get some more of my backlog taken care of, because there's a lot of games I haven't touched, I haven't finished, games I started, games I never started that I need to get because there's other stuff coming out and I want to catch up when I have these experiences. And it happened. We all got that. We all have a backlog and we all need to get it together. So I'm gonna use these opportunities to do that. And I'll check you guys then. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Pablo Man 44. This is the Dad Level. This is the Pablo Man 44 Twitch stream. This is the Dad Level YouTube channel. This is my world, and I'm welcoming you into it. And I thank you for joining me. I'm out of here. Peace and love, y'all. Make sure we emphasize peace and love, because there's too much hate going on out here in this world. There's too much crazy stuff, too much anger and all that. So we don't want all that. Let's just make sure we show peace and love. I gotta find my button because apparently my tablet died, so I have to say goodbye manually instead of being able to press it on my thing. I have to keep this thing charged. I keep forgetting to keep it charged. My bad, y'all. I'm out of here. See you next week. Well, see you Friday. We'll be playing some video games. See you next week for the podcast. I'm out.